Hey, you, and welcome back to the podcast. How are you all doing? First of all, really quick disclaimer. For those of you that are watching the video and, watching through the video on the YouTube channel, the camera quality is not the best this time because I'm using my computer webcam, which isn't the best. So my apologies for that. We'll go back to hopefully the normal stuff next time. Um, but yeah, how are you guys doing? For me, this week has been a little bit on the crazier side, which I feel like every single week it's just crazy for everyone. That might just be me thinking about that, but I just feel like it's been crazy for everyone. Really quickly before I get into today's episode, I'm gonna promo myself a little bit. My apologies. Um, so first of all, is that I do have a YouTube channel for this podcast, and also one where I like to post fun little videos of just whatever I feel like, kind of the same type of vibe as the podcast. But you can definitely go check that out. It's youtube.com/ThatSambaKid, ThatSambaKid. I've been posting more regularly there, so definitely go check that out. I'm also doing Vlogmas, which is something that a lot of lifestyle YouTubers do. It's something that I thought I would try out just because, video stuff is a hobby that I like doing. So I thought you know what, let's do it. Let's have fun with it. So definitely go check that out. The link for that will be down in the description. My channel is called Samba's Camera Roll. You can definitely check that out as well. Also, this podcast has a channel itself. It's called the Hey You Podcast original, right? And a link for that will also be down below, as well as a link for this episode for those of you that are listeners and not on the channel right now. Also, please, like, rate, subscribe to the podcast, wherever it be. In fact, if you want to do them on all the platforms, I highly recommend it. We're on several different platforms. You can figure out what these platforms are at anchor.fm/heyyoupod, heyyoupod. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Overcast, Breaker. There's a Stitcher. There's a whole long list of what we're on. So definitely go subscribe on all of there if you want to support. It really does help. All right. I wanted to first start out this episode by just giving an update about myself. One, if you do want to see more updates about myself, I am vlogging every single day for all of December. So definitely go check that out. You can see what my day-to-day life looks like. But for me, I've been okay. I'm not gonna say good or bad. Right now, I'm in the middle of finals season, which is a whole other trip itself. Um, it's it's something that is just really, it's tripping me a little bit. I don't have a ton of final exams. It's just a lot of final things. So I have a final paper due. I have a final project. I have a final performance, and a couple of other places where I do have a final exam. But it's just a lot of worrisome stuff because it can really make or break your grade. And my grades are pretty decent actually. I'm not that worried. Um, it's just a matter of that oh, this is happening, and stuff like that. And I'm just stressed out because what if, because you never know, it's the what if this happens, and then it ruins everything. I feel like that's something that's been going through my brain, just going through the worst case scenarios. um and yeah, it's just it's just a trip, and I think I can just call it a trip because I think that is honestly the most accurate way that I can say it. um but yeah, so my life's been okay. I'm just saying okay because I don't think I can really say that it's been oh, the best thing ever, or anything like that. But it's just that I've been feeling a lot more out of it, and I feel like that's something that might be common for other people, and common for those that are unknown as to what their life will look like, because that's kind of what I'm going through right now, of oh, what does my life look like, and oh, what is my What's my purpose? What is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing? And just kind of like a lot more contemplation of that. Um, which like also granted school stress is there and I'm just like, can I actually do this? Am I actually gonna succeed? Like, it's like that entire thing. And I know once the semester ends in a couple weeks that everything will be fine, everything will, be at its normal point. Um, but to kind of help you all and quite frankly to also help myself, this episode of the podcast is not going to be normal compared to the rest. Actually, this podcast is kind of going to be like a relaxing moment or a studying moment. One thing I've been really stressing for myself is to find times to one, relax, and two, moments of productivity. I've been having a really tough time staying productive at home and like during this time and everything. And so today's episode's actually not going to be filled with much content, but actually more beats and like music. It's a time for you to either listen to these beats and just, relax, sit down, not think about anything else, let yourself get into the beats. Or it's a time where maybe you can, study or get work done, or a time for just for you to maximize your productivity. I filmed a video similar to this on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ThatSambaKid, where I did a 1 hour long study with me, where, it's just a video of me studying, doing work, and then with music playing. The entire purpose behind that is for those who feel like they can't concentrate or those who feel like they can't do anything to like kind of hold themselves accountable, because I know I go through that daily, and there are many times where if I just like FaceTime my friend and we both do work together, then like we can both kind of hold each other accountable and like I'm more likely to do the work. So it's kind of like the same message and the same thing that I'm doing for today's podcast. Whether you are if you're watching, it's just gonna be the music with the logo, but whether you are watching or listening might be the better option for this episode. um, it's just, a moment where you can hold yourself accountable and also a moment where you can maximize your productivity. And I think it's extremely helpful. I've already like some of my friends have already checked out that video and they have been able to like, take that time and like study for their finals, and like they've been able to, take more time out of their day and to like get stuff done. So I'm hoping that one, this episode can do the same thing, but also if you don't have to study or work or anything's going on, but like you're so stressed out because maybe you're maybe you're decorating for Christmas, maybe you have a job that's like from home, or like they have to go in and work every single day or something, like there's some sort, maybe you have like your kids are being stressful, whatever it may be, there might be some sort of stressful factor in your life. And so I want this to also be like a relaxing moment, a moment where you can just sit back, like here, I'm gonna even do it right now. Like I can just like sit back, relax, and just take it all in. Because I feel like we all just need to take time and just take it all in and let ourselves be accountable for it and let ourselves have that time to relax. So take the next, I believe I'm doing 30 minutes. Take the next 30 minutes and get your space ready. If you're working, get your water bottles, get everything, already there with you. Put your phone away. Or if you're listening to this on your phone, put your phone somewhere not in front of you. Okay? Have your water bottle in front of you, have all of your work in front of you, have a to-do list in front of you, because I feel like that's the best way to make yourself hold you accountable. You have a list of stuff you want to do. You have everything that you might possibly need with you. All your pens, like right here, I have this entire thing. It is going to be an entire amazing thing, and I hope that you all can take the time to de-stress and take the time to, help maximize your productivity and to get yourself together. All right, guys, please enjoy the upcoming tracks. time is up. Thank you guys so much for, you know, studying, relaxing, working, whatever it was you were doing. And I really hope that this was a great time for you to just, one, listen to some nice beats, maybe discover some new beats, but also a chance for you to put yourself first and to maximize your productivity, your mental health, whatever it may be. All right, I have to shamelessly plug myself one more time, so my apologies. I do have a YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/ThatSambaKid, where I, post, weekly videos. I also am doing Vlogmas, which is where I vlog every single day for the month of December on my vlog channel called Samba's Camera Roll. And then there is also a channel for this podcast called the Hey You Podcast. You can definitely go check that out. Please make sure that you like, rate, subscribe to the podcast on whatever platform you listen to. It really does help people see this podcast and find the podcast. And if you like the podcast, it'd be great if I could hear from you guys to spread it along. All right, guys. Also, please feel free to follow me on my social medias. I'm at SambaPatek. The link will also be down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys or talk to you guys, or, just you guys know what I mean, next week. All right, guys. Bye. Keep dancing with the devil, but he doesn't love